Come on, baby! Hey, Punk is the real champ!
Well, after that unscheduled interruption that was Old Herman versus Brian Christopher, we get back to business. More specifically, the second semi-final of the King of England tournament. And their dean is many people's pre-tournament favourite, the anarchist Doug Williams.
Yes, the man described as the most underrated wrestler in the universe by one very influential journalist, and he's got to be the favourite for this one.
And his opponent from El Paso in Texas, Eddie Guerrero.
The crowd on their feet for Eddie Guerrero. He's the one they want to see, the international superstar, and they're all behind him in this battle. And let's make no bones about it, Dean, it will be a battle between himself, Eddie Guerrero, former ECW, former WCW, former WWF superstar, and Doug the Anarchist Williams.
Well, that's right. Eddie Guerrero has the experience advantage. Doug Williams has the home advantage. He's used to this ring. He's used to these people. This is going to be an absolute masterclass in the art of wrestling.
It should be, and I hope the fans here appreciate it, because this is going to be something rare, something you don't see all that often in the world of big-time professional wrestling. It's two men on top of their game, trading holds, trading counters. It's going to be awesome, Dean.
They both look in tremendous shape. They both look focused. And of course, whoever wins this will go through to the final to meet whatever's left of the carcass of Jody Fleisch.
But we have had word from the back that paramedics are attending to Jody Fleisch. They're trying to get him ready for the final. If I know the fighting spirit of that man, he'll take his place in the final. But after that war with Drew McDonald and Dino Scalo, he must be in poor shape.
He doesn't need paramedics, he needs a priest for the last rites. But let's get back to the action in the ring. Eddie Guerrero tying Doug Williams up.
He's got those legs locked, and now I believe he'll go for the arms. If I know this move well, he's putting the pressure on the legs. He needs to stop Doug Williams trying to escape from the move. But Doug Williams is canny. He's a ring veteran himself, Dean.
Can he indeed? Because look at that escape straight into a headlock. Guerrero spins him out, and look at that, back to the legs again. Smart move from Guerrero. If you take the man's legs away, his movement, his mobility is limited. Very clever stuff.
But Doug Williams has already had to overcome Flash Parker here tonight. And Eddie Guerrero bending Doug's body in ways that it wasn't supposed to bend. Doug isn't made of pipe cleaners, Dean. He's a human being.
And an STF step over toe hold and face lock into, and Doug has now reversed it. This is great scientific, technical wrestling, the kind of stuff that British wrestling put itself on the worldwide map in the 70s and 80s.
Dean, they're doing these moves so fast that you and I can hardly keep up with them. And now it's Doug Williams' turn to go back on the offense. He's going on the arm of Eddie Guerrero, but Eddie Guerrero fighting back. We're into a knuckle lock situation, a test of strength. Who do you bet on in this situation? I wouldn't even like to wonder about it.
And you don't need to bet, because a great move from Guerrero, spins himself round, kicks Williams in the head. He wasn't expecting that, but Williams firing back. And we're now into a bit of a slugfest here.
Forearms from Williams, Dean. They were met with a rake of the eyes by Eddie Guerrero and a step on Williams' face, the turn round, causing that face to distort in a way that Doug Williams surely wouldn't want it to be. He's a handsome fellow, Dean.
Well, it's a patented move by Guerrero there, that spin over the face. But now Doug Williams cutting off the air supply with a modified head scissors, I guess you'd call that.
He's really cranking down on the head of Eddie Guerrero, not only cutting off the air supply, but also causing some pain. But look at Eddie Guerrero. Look at the ease with which he escapes from that move, and it's back to those legs.
And it looks like he's setting him up now for the surfboard, a well-known move over Mexico way. Bending that spine, stretching the abdominal muscles if he can get him up. He's trying.
Doug Williams fighting it every inch of the way, but that fight gave up. There's no more resistance. And look at that position that he has Doug Williams in. The pain must be shooting through the synapses and nerve ends of the anarchist.
It was only the rope that saved him there, Mark Priest. And now Doug Williams is slumped in the corner as Eddie Guerrero works over his back.
A drop kick to the back of the anarchist. Eddie Guerrero began by working on the legs of Doug Williams. He's moving up the body, Dean. Where can it end? Will it end with the head?
Well, he's certainly getting inside Williams' head by keep going back to those legs. There you go again. How demoralising must it be? How psychologically must Doug Williams be affected when he keeps getting caught with the same kind of move?
And a rolling senton over the top rope. Eddie Guerrero's back colliding with Doug Williams' back, but with Guerrero being the aggressor, the pain was all on the anarchist. But Doug Williams fighting back now. Forearms, uppercuts, and a huge knee to the throat of Guerrero. It's Williams on top, Guerrero down.
Just gets the 2 count there. A European uppercut was followed up by a Japanese-style knee to the face, showing how Williams and Guerrero, for that matter, have styled their offense from all over the world. One big melting pot of different variations of wrestling styles.
Dean, it's the United Nations of wrestling moves here tonight, but Eddie Guerrero finding a good old Mexican sneak there, getting out of the way. Doug Williams crashing into the turnbuckle, and it's back to those legs with, look, a British figure 4 by Eddie Guerrero.
Indeed, a British move. And doesn't this speak volumes about Eddie Guerrero? He's a busy man. He's wrestling all over the world. And yet that move shows to me that he's taken the time to scout the British wrestling scene and scout Doug Williams. And that just goes to show the importance and the magnitude of this event and how important it is for Guerrero to be crowned the King of England.
Dean, you know what worries me here tonight is that we have to have a winner, but these two could go all night. If we reach the time limit, we have to toss a coin to see which man goes through at the final, and that would be very unsatisfactory. No way to split these two. They could go all night, Dean. The lights would have to be turned out if we didn't have that time limit.
Well, Guerrero trying to make sure that this match is ended quickly. A great variation of a cradle there. And that's the thing with Guerrero. He can pin you in so many ways and so quickly. And Williams going for a quick pinfall as well. This is lightning-paced, Mark Priest.
You see what I was saying, though, Dean? It's like two twin brothers. OK, one has a better haircut than the other. One doesn't have a moustache, and one isn't Mexican. But they're twins in the ring twins, if you will.
Twin brothers from different mothers indeed, Mark Priest. And look at Guerrero. What's he doing? He's back on the legs. And Williams is in the middle of the ring. No ropes to go to this time. This is the experience counting. Guerrero has got such a great mind for this business. He grew up in it. His brothers, cousins, nephews, everyone wrestled in the Guerrero family.
What about his grandmother?
I don't know about her, I'm afraid. I don't know everything, Mark Priest. Do you expect me to know everything from this business?
By the way you talk, Dean, it seems as though you sometimes do claim to know everything. I'm glad to have found a fact you didn't know, as Doug Williams goes to the top rope with a huge knee drop from the top. The bomb scare knee drop, taking Eddie Guerrero down, but only a 2 count.
The bomb scare knee drop, huh? It's a devastating looking move, whatever you want to call it. And Guerrero's definitely been rattled by that. He's shaken up, he's slowed down a little.
But he comes back with a Hurricane Rana, a head scissors, sometimes called a Frankensteiner. Getting a 2 count of his own. Eddie Guerrero's legs clamped around the head of Doug Williams, throwing his own weight backwards, driving Williams' head into the mat, Dean.
And look at the frustration etched across Williams' face. He thought he'd got Guerrero on the back foot, and just when he was beginning to get a little bit complacent, Guerrero hits back with that Hurricane Rana.
Dean, we talked earlier about a Scotsman becoming King of England, or a German becoming King of England. Would you be happy with a man with Screw Britannia written on the back of his trunks being your king?
Well, if he continues to make mistakes like that, he won't be. Great move from Guerrero. Again, ring generalship there. He just lifted his body up, let Williams land, and slumped back down for a very casual, nonchalant cover. Maybe if he'd covered him a little better, he'd have got the 3 count. And there is the gory special.
A move invented by Eddie Guerrero's father, Gory Guerrero. That's where it gets his name. As you can see, Doug Williams' whole body was being stretched. Guerrero drops him down for a 2 cover. Williams flips him over for a 2 of his own. Yet another 2. And a 2 again. Add all these 2s up, what do you get? A wrestling masterclass.
But look at that. Just as the pace was quickening, Guerrero stops Williams in his tracks with a short, sharp clothesline. Great move from Guerrero.
He whips Williams into the rope and catches a modified sleeper hold on. He's trying to fight, trying to drive all the fight, all the air, all the energy out of Doug Williams. But look at that! That was an amateur wrestling, a Greco-Roman throw by Doug Williams, taking Guerrero down.
Just a 2 count. This is a fascinating battle because both of these men are trying to dictate the pace. They're trying to... look at that! Nearly. Guerrero again. Just, you blink and you miss a pinfall attempt.
It's an inside cradle roll through as Guerrero pushes Williams down to the mat, grinding his face into that canvas and cranking back on the arm. Doug Williams must be in enormous pain, Dean.
Well, Doug Williams has had problems with that arm in the past. He's hyperextended and dislocated it before, and it's just another example of how Guerrero has really done his homework on this man, the anarchist, Doug Williams.
A stalling brainbuster by Eddie Guerrero, but he picks Williams up before the 2 count. Look at him, he's saying again.
He's not finished yet.
Another stalling brainbuster, taking Doug Williams down, and now Guerrero has him in position. He's signalling to the crowd. They know what's coming, Dean.
Oh, it's Frog Splash time, his signature move. This is what finished off Scott Parker. He's 3 seconds away. No, he went for a senton.
Williams countered it. Revolution. Revolution DDT countered by Eddie Guerrero. That was Doug Williams' finishing move. And a Mahastal cradle rolled through.
He blocked it, Mark Priest. Fantastic. He blocked the roll through. Eddie Eddie Guerrero was about 3/4 of the way there. Look at this on the replay. Guerrero's 3/4 of the way there. Wim stops him, hooks that leg. There's nowhere for Guerrero to go. He's all tied up in Williams' body, and Doug Williams is on his way to the final.
Doug Williams through to the final of the King of England tournament, where he will, we've just got word, face Jody Fleisch. Coming up next, we've got a special non-tournament match between Alex.
One of the most distinguishable entrance musics ever. It is the ICW World Heavyweight Champion, Low Key. There's a fine young wrestler. I believe he's out here to defend his title. Low Key, one of the greatest young talents in this business. Tonight, we'll be defending that ICW World Heavyweight Championship against one of the best top wrestlers this business has ever seen. Tonight wrestlers, one of the best high flyers. That is definite. And here he comes. Here comes Eddie Guerrero. Former ECW TV champion, former WCW Cruiserweight champion, former WCW US champion, former WWF European champion, and finally a former WWF Intercontinental champion is Eddie Guerrero. This man has seen it all. He has done it all. He is one of the best wrestlers this business has ever seen. And he is here challenging for the ICW World Heavyweight title. Remember a minute outside, as Simon Diamond mentioned earlier, with his great matches against Dean Malenko.
Weighing in at 210 pounds, from El Paso, Texas, please welcome back to New York, Eddie Guerrero! And his opponent, to my right, weighing in at 170 pounds, from Brooklyn, New York, he's the current Impact Championship Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Low Key!
It's kind of hard to tell who the crowd's going to be for tonight. We're in for one hell of a contest here. We got Low Key and Eddie Guerrero squaring off for the World Heavyweight Championship. And they lock up. Eddie with the waist lock. Loki reversed it into a hold of his own. To a front face lock. Eddie takes him down. Eddie trying to get Loki. Oh, nice submission maneuver there. Going for the cover one. Loki quickly kicks out, and they stare each other down. And the crowd claps, showing respect to these two great competitors. What a legend of the sport, and what an up and rising star. fireman's carry takedown into an armbar. Snapmare takeover into a rear chin lock. Side headlock now, applied by Eddie Guerrero. Eddie really wrenching the head of Low-Ki in there. Low-Ki escaping the headlock, pulling back, and Low-Ki takes him, and Eddie, I'm sorry, takes him to an arm wringer, and Low-Ki reverses with one of his own. And Eddie reverses it beautifully into an arm wringer. Takedown by Eddie. Low-Ki kicks up. And Low-Ki takes Eddie Guerrero into side headlock. Latino heat pushes him to the ropes, catches him with an elbow. Goes for a snapmare. Low-Ki lands on his feet and hits Eddie with the European uppercut. Reversed beautifully into an arm drag by Low-Ki, and Eddie heads for higher ground. Eddie composing for himself on the outside. Eddie, a legend of the sport, coming from a fine line of family wrestlers. His father, Guerrero, brothers Hector, Mondo, and Chavo, of course. And of course the nephew, Chavo Guerrero Jr. Cancer strength coming up. Oh. And a wrist lock by Eddie Guerrero. Low-Ki sweeps Eddie's legs out from under him. Applies pressure to the sternum with his knee. Shoulders down, Eddie picks up a shoulder before the 3 count. Eddie bridging out of that pinning combination. Stiff kick by Low-Ki, putting Eddie back down on the mat. And again, Eddie bridges out of the pin. Low-Ki lands on his feet. Flip again, and Eddie lands on his feet. And they stand down. Takedown by Eddie. Wrenching the head of Low-Ki with his arm. Eddie trying to choke the life out of Low-Ki. Low-Ki makes it to his feet. Gonna grab some leverage. The tights of Eddie Guerrero. Eddie pushes down, and a snap powerbomb, no, catches him into a, I don't know, what would you call that, Chief? Very painful. Back, that's definitely working on the lower and upper back. Oh, reversing a series of pins. 2, no, 1, 2, Guerrero kicks out. The action isn't stopping. Eddie Guerrero has got Low-Ki back in that painful maneuver. Eddie stretching out the limbs of Low-Ki. Loki flips over. Leg lock by Eddie Guerrero. These men trading fine mat wrestling maneuvers.
They're great mat wrestling skills, to say the least.
Eddie takes him back into a hammerlock. A variation of a Boston Crab going on here. I'm sorry, folks, but I'm getting caught up in this match, and I'm really turning into a spectator here.
Eddie with the half crab and a foot on the neck. The back of the neck is low key. Keeping the half crab. Low key trying to battle back up off of it.
Oh, big Genzuri kick by Low Key, and Eddie hits the mat hard.
Headbutt by Low Key, shaking himself up a little bit. Knife edge chop to Eddie. Guerrero in the corner. Another knife edge chop by Low Key. Irish whip into the corner. And Low Key hits him with a flying clothesline, sending Eddie down to the canvas. 1, 2, Eddie gets the shoulder up.
Snapmare takeover, and Low Key wrenches the head in the figure 4 hold. Low Key really applying a lot of pressure to the neck area of Eddie Guerrero here. Eddie trying to roll out of it, but Low Key holding on. Eddie escapes. Eddie has Low Key rocking the surfboard. Now pulling on the neck. And that's a dragon sleeper submission, a move which Low Key himself uses. A kick to the side of Eddie's head. Head even. Low Key the first to his feet. Knife edge chop by Eddie. Another knife edge chop. Stiff right hand to the side of Low Key's face. And a European uppercut. Irish whipping. Eddie ducks on him. Back heel kick to the face of Low Key. Somersault slingshot senton. And Low Key just gets the shoulder up before Jim Molyneux can complete the 3 count. Eddie stretching out Low Key here. Low Key trying to pull the hair of Eddie Guerrero, but Eddie just wrenching back on the head more. Suplex by Eddie. suplex hooks the leg, 1, 2, but a kick out. Eddie thought he had him there, but Loki just got the shoulder up. Eddie perching Loki on the top turnbuckle, going up there himself. Frankensteiner off the top rope. Eddie again going for the cover, lateral press, 1, 2, and Loki once again just getting the shoulder up. Loki showing great tenacity here against a legend like Eddie Guerrero. And Eddie again working the arms, the shoulders, all the limbs of Loki, pulling, stretching them out, wearing him down as this match continues. Loki has great stamina and great endurance, but with these wear-down holds constantly employed by Eddie, a mixed chance for Loki, chance for Eddie. And Eddie just delivering some stiff stomps to the back of Loki. Sends Eddie flying, crashing down to the mat. A tremendous move by Loki, and he's setting him up for the kicks. And here comes the knockout punch, or kick. Eddie blocks it. Step over crossface, step over crossface. He's got Loki locked up in a step over crossface, STF. Loki trying, straining to get to that bottom rope. And Eddie grabbing the hand before Loki could get to it. Loki still pressing, and he got it. Guerrero has to break the hold because Loki got to the bottom rope. But Eddie stays on him, the proven veteran that he is. Not letting up, not easing up, not taking a breather or playing to the crowd, just staying on him, punishing Loki. Irish whip attempt reversed by Loki. Cartwheel into the side kick. Loki clocked him good, and Eddie crumples down to the canvas. Loki favoring that right leg a little bit as he crawls over to make the cover, hook the leg, 1, 2, and Eddie has the left foot on the ropes. Tremendous ring presence by the crafty veteran Latino Heat. And he's signaling for the Key Crusher 99. Eddie gets him into a small package, 1, 2, and Loki just barely kicks out of that. Eddie with a brainbuster suplex, and he rolls over, keeps it out, and another one. Tremendous combination by Eddie Guerrero. Lateral press, 1, 2, and he just kicks out before the 3 count. I thought we would have had a new world champion right there. Eddie went for that submission hold again, Loki reversed. Eddie's got him back. Waistlock reversed by Loki. German suplex into a bridge, 1, 2, and Eddie kicks out. A headbutt by Loki and a knockback chop. Irish whip. Loki sent in, but Eddie gets the elbow up to stop him. Eddie on the second rope. Loki reverses it, puts it back on the top rope, and delivers a punch to the side of Eddie's head. And Loki going up now. Went for the Frankensteiner, but Eddie held on to the ropes. And now Eddie's leaping off the second rope, delivering a tornado DDT. Tremendous effort being poured out here by both men. And Eddie is signaling. He's going to the top rope. WCW World Heavyweight Champion. He missed a frog splash. Loki got out of the way. Loki got out of the way, and Eddie Guerrero is in a bad way right now as the champ gets to his feet. Loki pressed up against the corner, climbing the ropes. Eddie Guerrero laying prone on the canvas. Went for the corkscrew, but landed safely. Victory roll! Victory roll! And Loki won! Loki won! Loki won! He got him with the victory roll! And Loki is still the ICW World Heavyweight Champion! Loki has always said he wanted to face the best competition that ICW could offer him. Well, he faced one of the best of the world in tonight. And he beat him. He beat him 1, 2, 3. Clean in the middle of the ring. A tremendous matchup we have just witnessed as Eddie Guerrero extends the hand of respect. Loki has earned the respect of Eddie Guerrero as Eddie hands him that World Heavyweight title. Eddie Guerrero leaves today to a tremendous standing ovation in this Queens Elks Lodge. A tremendous night for UCW. The return of Eddie Guerrero and the victorious and still your World Heavyweight Champion, Loki. Contest between the new and the old school.